Look, yo, we got the new angle today. For good reason. So I don't know if y'all checked out that last one where I asked the homie Jack for player tips. Well, I've not been able to apply those because the girl's not been at the class, bruh. I don't even know if she's in the class, to be honest, anymore. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, y'all. And I want to get into it in depth. I really do. But a couple things. Look, I'm a little superstitious, so I don't want to say too much and then jinx it, right? Which, okay, jokes aside, I don't think that's really how it works. But like, just for the fun of it, we're not gonna do that. Also, I like keeping the allure of the situation, even to myself. So I'll explain what I mean by that. Let me just stop stalling, bro. Let's get right to it. So I was coming out from class on, what class? On Wednesday. I have a super early class. It goes from like 8:30 to 11:45. And as I was walking across campus, I saw like the club fair was happening. I had no idea. I was like, oh, cool. I kind of want to check that out. So I like pivoted. I was about to walk past it, but like I literally like took a step onto the grass and then just kept walking, bro. And I just like I went through the rows of booths until I found one that was interesting. And there's one caught my ear. It was this guy playing an electric guitar, but it was hooked up with like these little wires to this tiny speaker that he soldered the wires to, and it was really cool. I took a picture of the QR code, so I can't see the whole title, but it was like some tech club, which I gravitate towards, not because I particularly want to do it, but it's because I know it's fun to talk to these people who are really passionate about a really nerdy thing like tech, or like the next booth I stopped at, which was cybersecurity. But that one I actually stopped at because I recognized the guy, and this is terrible. It's such a dude thing, but I forgot his name. But we both recognized each other, so it was fine. And we're just chopping it up about cybersecurity, and I actually know a little bit about it because I've watched some like YouTube documentaries about like these hackers that are like go rampant, that they'll go crazy, and then they get hired by the government because they can't have those hackers like running loose. Like I was just talking about stuff like that, and it was dope. And I think when one of his friends came over, I guess, or just somebody else that was in the club, and he stopped. He asked me like, "Oh, is that a Raiders jersey?" As he was like walking to the other side of the booth, like sitting next to the dude I was talking to, and then we started talking about the Raiders. He was like, I was like, "Oh, you a Raider fan too?" And he's like, "I don't know if they get Mendoza." I said, "Yeah, well, we gonna get him, so get ready." And it was cool. Like I just had a really good time talking to these people. After that, I went to like continue looking at the booths, and I saw one that said barbershop. I was like, "Hold on, is this like a club, or it's like a barbershop club, like where people are cutting hair? Like I need to lock down a barber here, so I can like stay fresh on the sides when I'm down at school, and not just getting a haircut when I get home." But no, it was a barbershop choir. I think the juxtaposition of seeing the words barbershop at a club thing and expecting black people, and seeing like the whitest white dudes ever in the history of the planet sitting at a table talking about this barbershop choir, it kind of like set me for a loop for a minute. And on top of that, while I was talking to him, this dude like mid convo walked behind me. He's like, "Oh, are those gumball charms on my backpack?" He saw this. Let me flip it to the normal side. He saw this and he saw this. Literally just saw Gumball and Darwin. And he was like talking to me about the show, about the reboot, how he didn't know they were a cat and a fish. I don't know how he didn't know that. I don't know how he's a fan of the show and he doesn't know that these are animals. Like, what did he think it was? I don't know. He also was talking really fast, so it was hard to understand everything what he was saying. It was just a really like odd experience. And after that, I was like, I kind of want to leave, but let me like look around a little bit more so I don't end on that sour, not even sour note, just that really strange, odd note. Okay, I went to the next set of booths, went down the row of them, and I didn't really see anything interesting, and I heard my name. Isaiah! I was like, oh, okay, this is probably one of the 3 million people I've left a minor impression on that recognize me. I really hope I recognize them. I look over, And it's the home slice. Do I want to say her name on this? It's the home slice that I met at the airport like a year ago. And it's it's my gay best friend. We're not best friends, but she is gay. I was really happy to see her because I haven't seen her really the whole year. So we were catching up a bit. And I saw she was with a friend. I mean, like, hold on. I saw she was with a friend. Why are you smiling, bro? Nothing to smile about. I saw she was with a friend, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was slick. I'm looking at my face, trying to not smile, and this is just weird. Let me just be natural, bro. Okay, so when I saw her, and when I was like, hold on. I said her name. I'm gonna censor that. Protect your privacy. I instantly had something to talk to her about because my sister just sent me this YouTube video that was, the title was something like watching WLW TikToks and drinking every time I cringe. And her video was in the thing. And I had meant to send it to her, but I didn't really want that to, like, because we hadn't talked for like a year or like a semester or two. I didn't want that to be like the first, like, breaking the ice again. Like, I kind of wanted to see her first and then talk about it, and this was the perfect scenario, so I was able to do that. And it was really funny because the friend that she was with didn't even know that she had a TikTok. Let me clarify. My gay best friend she's dating someone that's not the friend. Okay, I gotta clarify that. That's why I'm reacting. You know what I mean? And I knew that, okay? Anyway, let's move. So as I was doing this, like, I wanted to know her friend too. And then see what was really with both of them, really. But then also, like, I can't just talk to the person I know. So I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I wish y'all were there. I almost wish I had those stupid Meta glasses. So y'all could have captured, I could have captured the whole event and y'all could have seen this in 4K Ultra HD. Cause I was slick, bro. One of my classmates from last year like walked past me, and instead he saw I was talking to two girls. I think he thought I was like, oh, that boy's spitting, let me be quick. So he literally just like he gave me like a quick nod, went to dap me up, and then just kept moving past me. So shout out him. I also forgot his name. Eric. I'll put his name out there because that's a super common name. So we were talking, and I find out that she's like, oh, by the way, I'm thinking about like filming this thing. And I'm like, yes. Because I already know she's going to ask me if I could do something. She's like asking me what part of the movie or what part of her film I could help out on. I said, I'm really good at editing, but I could really fill in wherever you need me. I just think that'd be a dope opportunity. And she's like, bet, we might do it in Big Bear over some weekend in February. I'm like, hold on. So you're telling me, and she said we might get an Airbnb or something. I'm like, hold on. So you're telling me I could be out in the snow for the first time in probably my life, filming a short film, and Loki, forget that short film, at an Airbnb, so I can get to know you and your friend a little better, bro. Because I honestly do need to catch up about some things, because I feel like I've kind of treated her, not treated her bad, like bad. I just feel like I haven't been a great friend because I haven't really reached out a lot, like on my own, for my own reasons. They're not like real reasons. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like reaching out to people because like I overthink it, but I'm getting better at that. And I want to be able to like talk to her about that whole process and why it might seem like I've been like, I don't know, ghosting her is the right term. Just being kind of like not present all the way. But I also want to get to know her friend better because, drum roll please. Why are you playing fart sounds? She is from the Bay Area too. And not just like, I'm from the Bay Area, like, I live in Sacramento, which is not the Bay. No one thinks that's the Bay Area, but like, no, she lives in a city like I'm very familiar with. I have a lot of friends that are from that city, and it's not that far from me. In fact, I was literally there like a couple days before I came down for this semester to pick up some barbecue. And that was like, hold on. So like, if we hit it off, I could have a college friend that's not just around when I'm at college. Like that's, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited, bro. I'm still excited right now. And I don't know, just the whole prospect of like going somewhere randomly, like I'm just, yeah, bro, let's go to Big Bear, bro. Let's just go. Let's do that. I don't really know y'all at all. I don't even know who else is gonna be there, but I do know that y'all are gonna be there, and I'm willing to do that. And we're gonna carpool. I don't know if it'll be all three of us, but I guess, well, my friend is gonna be the one driving, or to pick me up, or whatever. I'm just excited to get to know people in a weird new environment. I don't really know the details, but I'm really excited about it. I almost don't even want to know what the short film is about, because that might change how I'm feeling. I don't know. But I think most importantly, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've had this mental battle, bro, because I'm really excited to see them again, especially to like talk more to her friend. I'm not gonna put her name out there. I'm gonna call her M, okay? I'm very excited to like get to know M better, or just get to know M, just period. But I've also had to temper myself and be like, hold on, that excitement is good, but let's break the cycle of being, I guess, overexcited about like a girl that you meet, and then you end up letting yourself down because you've built up this thing in your mind, and in reality, it's not that, right? So I keep wanting to like go see if I can find her Instagram and see what she's like on that. But then I'm thinking, like, and this is like the first time in a long time where I've been so much into this side of my brain that is saying, don't do that. You should just see how she is. Find out what she's like organically. And I think because I'm right there, like that alone is significant growth. Because before this interaction, like every single girl I thought I was interested in, like, I don't know, I just think is cute. Like, I'm literally doing that. I'm judging that. Like the last video, I'm judging it off of their school profile picture, which leads, hopefully I can find their Instagram from that. Then I see their Instagram and it's like, oh, or it's like, you know? So I've built up all of these fake personas based on some PNGs and JPEGs. I want this, whatever this ends up being, even if it ends up being nothing, okay? If M is a really lame person and I don't really want to be close with her, whatever it ends up becoming, I just gotta be here for the ride. Like it's an experience to experience. And I feel like I could feel how different that is from my previous mindsets. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that because I feel like I'm proud that I made some progress in that regard. So thank you for listening. I keep looking this way because my Instacart is about to be here from Costco. Boy, I had to re-up on some chicken and frozen fruits so I can make some smoothies. Anyway, again, thank you for listening. Stay tuned. Next video, I will be, I don't know, maybe I'll do it at Big Bear. Probably not. I'll see y'all.